Hey guys, Midget here bringing you another episode of my Derby Career Mode. Here we go straight into the game against West Ham United, and normally West Ham games are an absolute demolition from my behalf up to West Ham, and I don't think it was going to change this episode because simply West Ham just don't have the team that I do. They don't have the passion or determination for like us. We have such good players, upcoming players, experienced players, just overall really decent players. And you see, I put Oviedo at right back because Daniel Carico was injured, obviously. But in the 4th minute, I think that's Spence. He loses the ball to Russell. He slides it through to Danny Ings, and Danny Ings manages to scoop it in to the back of the net. So this is the first goal before the 5th minute. And sorry about this. Oh, you heard that, that was me moving my monitor. It was a really nice, team goal in my opinion, between Russell and, Ings. But then Andy Carroll scored a really, stupid goal in my opinion because he didn't deserve that one, and that was such an unrealistic goal. I know not all goals can be realistic, but the way he hit that, it was just like, how did it get past Adrians? I don't know, and you could see that I was really frustrated at half time because, stubborn West Ham, had 2 shots and 1 goal, and I had 10 shots and 1 goal, so I was pretty angry. But with, just 10 minutes after the break, Bolly was on the ball, and he laid it perfect ball through to Danny Ings, and he restored our lead. So, the young Englishman, that we rely on as our first team striker, he just showed how well he's playing by scoring another goal. But in the 77th minute, Carroll almost scored, and so did Spence. Spence turned out to be a really good player this whole game, but from that, Legends managed to get a throw out to Russell. Russell brilliantly chested it down and went straight on the counter. So within like a couple of seconds, Russell scored, and we was 3-1 up with a 2-goal cushion within a matter of seconds. How could it be? It could have been maximum like 10 seconds since Legends, throw it out. So I was kind of really happy with that goal. But then in the 7 minutes from time, Michael Jacobs managed to win the ball, and Danny Ings managed to chip it over to Russell. He chested it, and I thought it was going straight to Adrian's hands, but Russell managed to perfectly, time his dink over the, West Ham number 13, sorry. I don't know what happened to Jussi Laskelainen, but again, you could see that it's absolute demolition on our behalf. The Rams again have destroyed the Irons, as you would say if you was a fan. And yeah, so here you can see that I was setting up the team for the game against Crystal Palace in the Capital One Cup. And like I said, I don't really care about the Capital One Cup, I care more about the FA. And you know that we end up winning 2-1. Ings scores, so does Deer and Balassi. Deer gets us the win 2 minutes from times, which is always amazing. And Poland say the squad thing is coming up soon, so I was like, oh yeah, whatever. And Oviedo says he doesn't mind missing the occasional game, but he really wants to play. And straight after the Capital One Cup tie against Crystal Palace, we managed to see them in the league. So, this was kind of interesting because we won 2-1 last time. That means they're a very good team for, a squad like mine to, just manage to scrape a victory out against them. And so I was kind of wary of their threat, and also Daniel Carico was back, and Junior Malando was coming back in a couple of days. And I was wary of, the strike force that Crystal Palace have. I mean, Balassi, Punchin and Geraldo, they're really good. Because, I know for a fact Punchin and Balassi are good. I don't know so much about Geraldo because I've not seen him in real life, but their Ings almost caught out Speroni, the absolute informed keeper in real life against Chelsea. Did you see that game? It was absolutely sensational. When the 14th minute, Ings gets onto the ball and gets it past Speroni, but also past the post. And, he was very frustrated with that goal. But in the 22nd minute, Ward had a solo run for about 40 yards and got denied by the post, which wasn't good. But, in the 32 minutes, things could have gone downhill from us as Geraldo found, I think it was Punchin, and he put it into the open net, but luckily for us it was an offside, and we managed to still stay in the game. But in the 56th minute, Bolly chips it over to Russell, and he heads way past the post, and I was frustrated because how did he not score there, But then Balassi tumbled to the ground. In Daniel Krieger's first game back, he almost got himself an own goal after pushing the bat and ball past Legends, but he managed to recover off the line. And Ings, in this 81st minute, chipped over to Bryson, the substitute that came on for Van der Werf, and he managed to head home, he's kissing, blowing kisses to the crowd, he's a really loyal player, the Scotsman. He stayed with us through, everything, and you can see again that, sorry about that then, we had 10 shots and Crystal Palace had 3, so again, we should have really won this game, however we only had 3 on target, so it's kind of, really awkward, but, Eric Dier wanted more wages, and I was planning on letting him have the wages he wanted, because he wanted, I think it was 30 grand, and I had 30 grand, I could afford that, but somehow he said that we cannot afford it, and then I checked, the 15 plus sign-on fee, but then again, I could afford that, so I don't understand what the problem was. But now we play Sunderland, and coming into this game, I couldn't remember playing Sunderland, but then I remembered that they, dropped out the league, and I, in the second season, since the career mode file got lost, I need to put them down in the championship, so, in all fairness, this was still a Premier League team, they didn't make any changes, and since I unfairly put them in the championship, it still counts as Premier League fixture. You can't take this fixture, lightly, because they were in the championship, they absolutely dominated it, but in the 10th minute, Ings laid it off to Michael Jacobs, and he had an absolutely terrible shot, went wide of the goal, and in the 19th minute, Ings just pulls off Jack Colback, I think that was, and crosses it into Russell, and it manages to find the back of the net, but the goal is denied because Russell apparently fouled Manoni, and he headbutted Manoni's shoulder, and that made Manoni lose the ball, so I was pretty angry, but, whatever. In the 32nd minute, however, Russell chipped the ball through to Ings, and he smashed it past Manoni, and he was like, yeah, you didn't deny that one, can you? So I was chuffed because how well that goal looked, in my opinion. I normally score goals like that, but it's just the fact that what happened before, the importance of that goal again. It was kind of cool, and so in the 37th minute, Altidore could have scored, but Legends performs an absolutely sensational save to deny him, and also deny a corner. It just went out for I think it was a throw-in, yep, and in the 45th plus second minute, Russell wins the header. Ings gets it past Diakite with some lovely skill, and then misses the finesse shot. Sorry, not Manone, Westwood I was talking about. And in the 65th minute, second half, Phil Bardsley gets tackled by Ward, and Van der Werf, our Scout Future Star, manages to have a shot, and it bounces off our striker, another Scotsman, Johnny Russell, and it goes into the back of the net. And I thought it was quite unfair because Van der Werf should have really had that goal, but again, that would have been saved by Westwood, most definitely, so Russell should really have taken that goal, so I see why it was, but I didn't want it. I wanted, our Scout Future Star to score, but then in the last kick of the game, basically, Luke Shaw had an absolutely abysmal miss, and you can see again that we really deserved the win. So we are on an impressive run of games, you could say, and here I wasn't letting that let's say scare me, that we had an impressive run of games and we could lose it against potentially Chelsea, because if you know that we are yet to lose against Chelsea in this career mode, and I was not prepared to, what's it called, let that record, break just now. So, I came into this game with full confidence. It said in that little squad thingy that we were coming straight for Chelsea, said they should put their strongest lineup, and they did, and I was kind of, angry, but they had Lukaku, which is, he's kind of bad in career mode, upset if you have pacey wingers, but that's not how the computer plays, so he's kind of terrible because he's not the fastest. Yes, he is strong, but if you have strong defenders and pretty fast defenders, there's nothing to worry about, But in the 12th minute, Van der Werf almost put us in lead, but Czech performed an absolutely stunning save, and in the 13th minute, Danny Ings found an amazing through ball to Mathis Bolly. He decided to shoot, it just gets saved by Czech, but Hazard in the 25th minute shoots, and it gets deflected off Eric Dier, and Willian misses the shot. But in the 1 minute from half time, Mikel gets the perfect ball, misses, but Hazard manages to tap it in before Legend's scuffs to his feet and trips him over, but the ball by that time is already in the back of the net, and Hazard is happy to put his team in the lead, you know. In all fairness, I was really struggling against this team, you know. Their impressive run of games just didn't, you know, do anything here. I was really struggling against Chelsea, but again, that is Chelsea, and in the 15th minute, Junior Malandish had his first shot of the game, and, you know, that was basically the best shot in my opinion. But in the 59th minute, Ings decided to run the length of the pitch and put it away, you know, at the near post of Czech, you know. As such a, such an experienced keeper managed to get caught out at his, near post, like Cameron Jerome almost did, against Chelsea in real life. And I think part of the blame was to do with David Luiz. He didn't make a tackle, so I was pretty angry at David Luiz, but that's how the game ended. So again, we should have really won this game, but you know, Chelsea are a very stubborn side and a very good side, so I'm not really angry at Chelsea. But yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed this episode, guys. If you did, you're just going to see me simulate the games for Poland here. But if you did, make sure you give this episode a like. And yeah, so this is Midget. I'm going to upload another episode tomorrow. And yeah, so peace out.